Is it hard not to cry when we sell a dog? Hi, my name's Charlie Thorburn. Welcome to More Dog and Dogs. So we just recently did a video about a lovely red Labrador called Pot, who's 2 years old. We bred him, we bred his mother, we bred his grandmother, so on and so forth. He's the sweetest, loveliest dog. He's been out on a number of shoots with me recently, and he's done really, really well. I'm not going to profess to have trained him. I've just had fun with him at the end of his training. Ash has done the majority of his work, helped by Sean more recently. So Pot goes off to his new home, and he's the loveliest dog. He's hung out with me for the last 2-3 weeks solidly. He's been out with me most days, and we've really enjoyed hanging out with him. So people often comment in our videos and posts as, how do you let them go? I just want to keep them all. And obviously there's the element of, it is our business, it's our job. And if we don't let them go, we don't get paid. So kind of slightly puts the end of the business. But I think one of the easiest ways to explain to people is that we over the course of the dogs being here for training, we really get to know the people they're going to. We spend time with them. We understand what they're looking for and what the life is going to be of that dog. We're quite particular about where our dogs go. We don't just let everybody have one of our dogs. We want to know that it's going off to a nice house with a garden and with space and a life and family and other people that are going to love it and really give it time and attention. We don't really want our dog to go off to sort of live in a kennel and be seen by its owner kind of a few hours of the day and put back in the kennel. It's just not really what our dogs are meant to do. There are plenty of dogs that live a happy life doing that. But one of the things one of the philosophies I've always had is that when a dog leaves here, it has to go to a better life than we can give it. Okay. Now we have some dogs that permanently live in the house. At the moment, Chino, Sausage, Biscuit, Chili's in quite a lot. Hades is in quite a lot, and then a few others are sort of migrating their way in this direction whenever my wife's back is turned. But they can't all come in the house. I can't keep all of them. They can't all come in the house. So sometimes we have to retire a dog. Sometimes we sell young dogs like Pot. Sometimes we sell even younger dogs that are only a year old. Sometimes we sell puppies. And there's definitely, the longer we keep a dog and the less plan we have to sell it, the harder it is when it goes. So from day one, Pot was always going to go he was always going to go. This gentleman spoke to me 2 years ago about buying him. He's gone off to Portugal. I know the life he's going to live. The guy's been over here a few times. We've spent time together. We've spoken on the phone a lot. I know he's going to go off and lead his best life. He's got 2 small children. He's going to do lots of shooting. He's just going to be a really much loved family dog. He's got no other competitors there. They haven't got any other dogs. This is going to be their family dog for the next 5 years, hopefully, until I sell him a second one. But he's going to go and have a great time, and he's going to have a better time than he would have here, where he'd be one of the crew. He'd be one of our demo dogs. He'd be one of our shooting dogs, but he would just be one of the crew, one of the many. And, unless he was going to become a stud dog or something, he wouldn't really fulfill his purpose being here. We've occasionally had dogs that have got to and we've had one recently, a really lovely dog called Beaver, who absolutely loved Beaver, but one of my very, very best and oldest friends' fathers wanted a new dog, and he's in his 80s, still goes out shooting and picking up, very fit and spry, but he doesn't want to get a puppy. He doesn't want to get even a 1 or 2 year old because, realistically, by the time that dog's 9 or 10, he's going to be well into his 90s. So he said to me, "Have you got anything older?" And I thought to myself, what a lovely home for Beaver. And Beaver would have probably ended up in our kitchen. But it just happened that, she's going to live, she's living 2 miles away over the hill here. I'm going to see her regularly. I mean, this is a family I've had Christmas with many, many a time. And kind of the daughter is a godmother to one of my kids. So I'm going to see that dog a lot. When she left, there was a moment where I was like, oh God, you know, I love that dog. But I was also, I love that dog and she's going to go and have a great time. And she's literally following him around everywhere. She's out in the garden. She's going to go out and shoot. She's going in the car to the village. She's in front of his feet in front of the fire. Like she literally has gone to have an awesome time. And they have a lovely farm just nearby us here. And, you know, I couldn't be happier for her. Do I wish that she was still here and I could give her a cuddle? Yeah, probably. Of course I do, because I love that dog. But also I've got to be sensible and go, you know, she's having an amazing time. Another dog recently, a client turned up and she'd had 2 boys from us. She got years and years and years ago trained, a couple of red Labradors. And one of them had just died, and she rang me saying, you know, the other one's absolutely heartbroken. They're 2 brothers out the same litter. We trained them. They've lived together every day their whole life. And one of them had just died. And the other one was heartbroken. And she said, have you got any ideas? And I retired a dog that was very much already part of our house team. But I just knew that dog was going to go and have a great time because they live near a beach. And it was just lovely for the other dog who's actually the uncle of this one that went, to go and, you know, I just knew she was going to have a better time. Now, when the lady came to collect her up, I actually had to walk away. I had to walk into the office. I had to get someone else to put her in the car. I gave her a hug and a cuddle, and send her all away, because I knew if I started thinking about it, I would change my mind and go, no, 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 actually, I've changed my mind. I want to keep her. But I know that dog, I've had lots of photos and updates, and I know that she's living absolutely awesome life in a sort of semi-retired family, you know, but fit and running around and having a great time. So the ones that go because they're booked, it's much easier because they're never really ours. Okay. They're like a puppy going, you know, oh, it's sad. Oh, we love the little puppies, but you know, they've got to go on. They're going to go and live their new life. Just extend that forward to, you know, a year later or so, or imagine yourself as I don't know, the head of boarding at a little prep school, in, you know, where all these little kids have you've seen them going from age 7 to 13. You've really been a major part of their life. They've grown up. You know, you're going to miss them. Some of them probably not. Some of them, oh, Christ, get rid of them. But there'll be others. You'll be like, God, that was a lovely little kid. But you're also knowing they're going to go on and live their best life. And you've done your part. You've played your part in creating this lovely dog or lovely child. And it's now someone else's turn to take their life further forward. So do we get sad? Yeah. And some of them we get particularly sad, but not as sad as you might think, because we know where they're going and we know ultimately they're going to go and have a great time. And if at any point any of my team came to me and said, I really don't think we should sell these people this dog, that would be it. It would be done. Okay. We would just, sorry, can't have the dog anymore. And we wouldn't look, because it just we didn't get the right feeling. We didn't get the right vibe from them. We would be much more cutthroat in that direction than we would in the other direction. So anyway, it's probably not something many of you are going to have to go through, but you know, maybe you have to move abroad and you have to leave your dog behind. As long as you find it a really great person to live with, then you know, everyone's going to be happy. Remember, you get out what you put in. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time.